Okay, let's see what's going on in internet land. Alright now, Dave, this has been an insane month, so no more impulse purchases.
And now it's out, and I gotta say, I am thoroughly impressed by this wicked, badass figure. This thing is ridiculous. It is so awesome. Arethyr is essentially a god in the...
It's my time, and my dick fell off. What? Don't get it wrong, I don't make me soft. It's my time, drinking champagne, baby.
I'm wasted, bad.
There's a new street fighter on your windowsill. The weapon is peace, the word is chill.
Hello there, gang, and welcome to another episode of Displaying Model Behaviour, the world's most mythic action figure video podcast. So take off your pants, crack a beer, and let's talk toys. Oh my god. Do you want to see it? Let's not stand on ceremony, Mr. Wayne. Here is possibly the most badass action figure I have ever purchased. Ta-da! Look at this guy. Look at him. Look at him. This is Aethon. Arethyr. Doesn't even say his name on the box. What? I just spent all this money on a figure. I don't even know what his name is. Aethon. No, I got nothing. It's something really hard to pronounce. It's Aethon and Aethon. One of them's Aethon. I don't know. Who cares? Look at him. This is ridiculous. It shouldn't be allowed. Quite frankly, this kind of toy manufacturing shouldn't be allowed because it's just going to make impetuous, impulsive numbskulls like this guy separate himself from his money so quickly. This plus eBay plus international shipping charges. Hoo-ha! Yeah, but look at it. How worth it is this? Just look, it's just so beautiful. I'm going to do the whole camera swap thing so you will see him properly and you won't see my stupid face so much, but I just want to have my face with this so you can see the genuine human action. You know that this isn't just someone going, well, I have bought an action figure and this is the articulation. No. I want you to feel the emotion because that's what this channel is all about. It's not about the specifics or whatever. It's about the excitement of buying action figures and loving them like nothing else that you could spend money on, because this is just, it's the tits, to use an Eric Cartman expression. This figure is the tits. It's just incredible. Mythic Legions. What even is Mythic Legions? I saw this before I even really knew what Mythic Legions were. I saw this figure and I was like, what is this? I went full RoboCop. Who is he? What is he? Where does he come from? He comes from Mythic Legions. And at first I thought Mythic Legions is like some dumbass online role-playing thing. Because online role-playing games aren't dumbass. It's just that I don't understand them. Therefore, if I don't understand them, they're stupid. Whereas things I do understand, like pro wrestling, is the highest form of art available. But Mythic Legions is not based on any IP or anything. It's not a video game, it's not a book series, it's purely an action figure Kickstarter, I think. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, Mythic Legions fans, if I get this wrong. Tell me, help educate me. Mythic Legions is a line of action figures that came from Kickstarter. So if you want to get these, you've got to get on board with the Kickstarter, and then it sort of rolls from there. And the whole point of Mythic Legions are, they're super customizable, super part swappable and interchangeable, so you can really mix them up and make them your own. And this is the crowniest crown jewel that has ever bejeweled a crown. Watch the throne, guys, because this is what's on display. This is Aethyr and Aethon, or Aethon and Aethyr. I get them confused, but they're beautiful. This is like one of the big bads, I think. He's like the emissary of the dark god or something. There's a whole lore on the back. Also, look at the box art. Isn't that pretty? Oh my goodness. It's just stunning. It again, like, you know, from my Ghost Rider reviews and stuff, flaming skulls and all that kind of thing. It's just badass. It's heavy metal. It's rock and roll. It's face metaling, like, yeah, I'll tear a hole in the sun kind of heavy metal sort of stuff. This guy is heavy metal, and he's just insane. So this is like the emissary of the big bad. And if you read the lore of it, it's all your typical kind of Lord of the Rings, sword and sorcery, kind of like, in the kingdom of Gwildor, the good forces of Bingledor fight tooth and nail with the dark lords of Schlanglang, and there are princesses and kings, and it's a time of heroes, and it's a time of war, and it's a time of heroes and war. It's all very bollocks, but in a good way. Like, don't get me wrong. It's great. It's just, I'm just scratching the surface of what this is really all about. I want to educate myself now that I've bought in. I've bought in without actually knowing a thing about it. I'll probably do the reading and go, wait, so this guy's a representation of far-right political agendas designed to subjugate minorities, and wow, I shouldn't have spent so much money on him. No, that's not what it is. It's pure sword and sorcery, great fun, and I'm all over this. Right, I've rambled on too long, so let's change the view and actually look at these figures. All right, so this is Arethyr. Aethyr, the horse is Atheron. Either way, let's take a look at this big, beautiful demon devil of a character, because he's just crazy. So first of all, the whole thing with Mythic Legions is that it's high-end action figures that are really made, you know, the quality of the joints and the sculpting and the material. It's similar to Storm collectibles in some way, that it feels a little bit rubbery, but in a good way. Like, it gives you flexibility and ease of movement. So what always catches my eye, first of all, before anything else, is the paint job, which is just stunning. The fiery oranges and the darker reds that just blend into each other. It's beautiful. Then with the dark black armor, he's incredible. So these shoulder pads here come away, as do the actual wings at the back, and you can see they are articulated as well, so you can move the wings out and have them at a wider or a narrower kind of pose. And also, of course, the wings themselves will fold up and fold down so that you can have them kind of folded back if he's, you know, attending a formal event, for example, like a bar mitzvah or a graduation. Or if he wants to peacock, then he can, if he's on for like a night on the town with his other demon mates and they're trying to pull some demon birds, like probably literally birds, I would imagine. I'm sure there are bird creatures in this world. There's all sorts. It's very Masters of the Universe in a good way. I love Masters of the Universe. I love Masters of the Universe Revelations, by the way. I've come around on that totally. Yeah, I'm all game on for that. That can be such a fickle pickle at times. Actually, I always liked it. I just didn't like the marketing. But the show, I think, is great. So you can see the wings removed, which can be useful if you want to pose him on the horse without it taking up too much space. Then you don't need to have these. But I mean, come on. For ease of use, for the demonstration here, I'll leave the wings off. But the rest of the body, you can see that the way that the wings clip in, and also his shoulder pads as well, it's that classic sort of thing where you do need to heat the figure up because the pegs are quite chunky. So you got to kind of really push them in, and actually it will slightly warp and change and shift the pegs and the holes, which is just kind of part and parcel of it. But they do even have a little note inside saying like, whoa, hold up. I know you're excited. Calm down, breathe deep, calm your tits. Before you do anything, get a little hairdryer and heat this fella up, because the joints can be stiff, the paint can dry over them. Don't get excited like a big stupid child, Dave. Warm up the figure before moving it, which is one more thing than NECA does. All right, because this guy hasn't broken on me, touch wood, thank goodness. So yeah, he's someone that you have to treat with the respect that he deserves, quite frankly. And what a huge amount of respect, because just look at the demon face going on here with the look and the teeth, and just the sculpting on the mask. I don't know what you call like the face shield that goes over. You can see his huge, big, googly boogly demon eyes underneath. You can actually remove you can remove the face shield entirely, which I haven't done yet. And I might not. I'm going to splice in a picture so you can see what the face looks like. And honestly, it's a decent face, but I think he looks a little bit goofy. A little bit goofy with the big eyeballs. So actually, I would rather have the face shield on here. So quite frankly, if it's not broke, I don't want to fix it, so I will leave the shield on here. And if you want to see what he looks like properly without the shield, then to be honest, you can watch like a decent reviewer. I'm not. if you came here for like well, this is the articulation and blah blah blah, then you're in the wrong neighborhood, pal. It's largely nonsense rambling here, but it's good fun. So speaking of good fun, there's so much you can do to just make this guy look badass with the horse and the poses, but that is also another thing. The poses, it's not that much. The articulation isn't huge because he has so much going on. You can pop the shoulder pads off, which will give the arms more range of motion, but at the same time, do you really want to? Why would you not want to have these gigantic shoulder pads on here? Then, of course, you've got the translucent flaming hair. There's so many figures I want to compare him to, so we're going to get some good comparisons at the end of this review. But yeah, like the elbows don't move very much. It's single jointed. That's something Marvel Legends have over these guys, I gotta say. The knees seem to be single jointed, the elbows are single jointed. The swivel on the calves though, that's nice, and I like they got the thigh swivel as well, so his legs are nice and maneuverable, but not like huge amounts. He can't do a massive, he can do a pretty good split, but then you do see his crotchial region, and you know, close your legs, love. No one wants to see the crotchial region. But really, I just look at the detail on his codpiece. I'm going to call it a codpiece. It's a belt buckle, but whatever. It's awesome. There's just everything about this is just stunning, absolutely beautiful. And then the fire effect over the sword. The fire can pull on and off, but it's a really snug fit. So once I kind of just wedged it on there, I'm like, okay. There's no reason why I would ever want to pose you without the fire on the sword, because that's like a test of a decent human being. It's like, would you like your giant broadsword flaming or not flaming? If anyone says not flaming, then I'm like, get out of my house, because clearly you're not someone worth knowing. If somebody asks you if you want your sword to be flaming, you say yes. So he will always remain like this. And then he's got his sort of modesty tunic type bit here, which brings me to the horse. Because a horse is a horse, of course. And when you want to ride it, this little dude does get in the way a little bit. I'm sorry, I'm being very inappropriate to you there, Aethyr. Unless he likes it. I mean, he is a demon. I'm sure they're down to clown. But if we bring up Aethon, we have this big, beautiful steed. Oh my goodness. So you can sit him on the horse, as you saw when I first opened this video and was rambling on for like 10 minutes giving out about how much I love this. But then we have the actual guy here who's very similar to Mortaro from Mortal Kombat. Of course I'm going to do a comparison there. But you can see, first of all, one thing it's so simple, but I just love so much is the big heavy chain. This big heavy chain hanging down just feels like weight and feels real and really decent, like you get your money's worth. And then just like with the painting on Aethyr, I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that right, but I love the blending of the red to the orange to the yellow. Like there's a reason why my tattoo is these colors with the red, orange, yellow, because that fiery look, it's even got a flaming skull. I mean, come on, at least I live my gimmick, you know. So yeah, look at it's only a step away from me being a complete brony. But like, look at the horse's tail, isn't it pretty? And it can maneuver and move around like this. So you can pose it. I think if it's up like here, he's relieving himself. But one thing, actually, I will say a little knock. I don't like the horse butt. Get a little shot of the horse butt there. It's kind of an ugly horse butt, lots of joins and whatnot. But you're gonna have lots of joints. It's an action figure. He has joints. You can't help that. The saddle is a completely moving separate piece. Oh, and also, yeah, the little backpack at the back does fall off. I suppose you could always glue that into place if you wanted to. It's kind of funny that this is clearly like a hell demon horse from the fiery pits of Mount Bogadon. But he does have a very human knapsack and a nice saddle, you know, because when you are leaving the hell dimension to go and conquer Earth, you wanna have a nice sleeping mat, because you might have sciatica or something, and that's going to play up on your back, and it's really going to smart. So that's kind of cute. But I appreciate this horse is essentially is it fair to call it a repaint? It is technically a repaint with some remodeling as well, because this is based on, they have a normal human looking horse. Not a horse that looks human, that would be grotesque, but a normal Earth horse. You know what I'm trying to say. Stop questioning me in YouTube viewer land. I can hear you, alright? I hear everything. So, it's a bit sinister. So, yeah, the horse is a repaint of a normal horse, so it has the normal saddle that would come with the regular horse. But he also has these huge, big devil horns here. He's got the more snarling kind of horse teeth. He looks wicked. He looks the absolute bomb. I dig this, I dig that, and there's just enough articulation. Actually, the legs articulate way back. You can actually put this horse in a bucking kind of stance, which is really cool. If you have something to rest his front hoof on, and then you can have Aethyr on his back. The only problem is the wings on the back of Aethyr are so heavy that he will like topple over if you do that. So that's why I will have the horse, sorry, Aethon, not the horse. Aethon, I will have in a normal standing position, but at least with one leg slightly bent, so that, you know, he's got some sort of motion to him. He doesn't look too static. And he will stand very well. He'll stand nicely and securely on three legs with a bent one. And that is the beautiful horse and Aethyr, and oh my goodness, I love these guys. Alright, so let's do some figure comparisons. I really wish that the boundaries of my diorama extended beyond the walls here, because it's kind of breaking the fourth wall and killing kayfabe. We're not actually in a dungeon in the land of Gombledoo. It's just a corner of my desk and table. But still, this is what we have to do in order to fit gigantic beast type characters like Mortaro in here. So we've got our beautiful horsey boys, and I mean, look at this. This is where Aethon and Arethyr, is that their names? This is where they're going to be living with the Mortal Kombat characters. So I'll place Shao Kahn here as well, with his head that is not popped on. I love Shao Kahn, but actually he's terribly designed, because his helmet is soft rubber and so are his shoulder pads, and they just kind of push off against each other. So I love Storm Collectibles, I love the Mortal Kombat characters, but they do have flaws, and that is one of them. So you can see Aethyr, as demonic and scary as he is, he's not insanely tall. Shao Kahn does have some height on him, but he's no slouch in the height department either. He's still a pretty big dude there, so we can have these guys flanking each other, and you can see, you can just totally imagine he could easily be another member of Outworld. So we're going to put Goro here next to him as well, so I'll move Shao Kahn over to the side here. No one move Shao Kahn to the side. Oh, I've lost my head. Hang on, Shao Kahn, don't lose your head, pal. Alright, so here we have Goro next to Aethyr. Oh gosh, I've got to... Someone tell me how to phonetically pronounce the names. Goro, again, quick little Storm Collectibles critique here. Really impossible to stand. I don't think I'm even going to be able to get him to stand. I need someone like Jay Hernandez with his crazy balancing skills to get this guy to stand up straight. He'll lean. There you go. Lean on me when you're Goro. Oh my goodness. Look at these guys. This is beautiful. Okay, that's going to be the best part of the display for him, but let me throw some other guys up here and you can see how they stack up. So let's just show for a size comparison how he looks with a couple of standard Marvel Legends. Trying to fit Iron Man between the sword there, that didn't work. But you see, he actually scales beautifully with Marvel Legends. Compared to 6-inch Legends, he is a big, big dude. I mean, granted, Wolverine is not the tallest in the world, but you see, as a big boss type character, he goes great with Marvel Legends. So the scaling works out lovely there. And speaking of Marvel Legends, let's put him next to a couple of similar Flamehead? Well, he's kind of Flamehead, I suppose. Flamehead boys. We've got the new Dormammu right here. And we also have the classic Bath Dormammu. And oh my goodness, look at that with the purple and the skulls there. Oh, so beautiful. Absolutely fantastic. So yeah, these guys pair up amazingly. Oh, there you go. I can let go of him. I was getting all paranoid. Yeah, these boys here. Oh my goodness, that is just, look, are you seeing this? This is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Now, while I was posing these guys, I had a thought. I had a dangerous thought. Let me get the camera go. There we go. I thought, this guy is made by 4 Horsemen Studios. So, duh, obviously, we need to have a look at how he looks with Apocalypse as a potential horseman. Apocalypse absolutely approves that if we're going to do a full-on set of potential Apocalypse Horsemen, I did do a potential Apocalypse Horseman video a while ago, so go back in the archives and check that. How about, look how beautifully this pairs up. There we go. Aethon, or Aethyr, with the Curse of Spawn, because this dude, it's the same sort of design, it's the same grinning, grimacing teeth. Look at that. Boom! These guys go beautifully together. And then maybe throw in an overt kill in the back, so we've got some technology to go with our swords and sorcery there. That looks amazing. This is going to be probably, yeah, my alternate horseman display here. I don't think overt kill's going to stand up very well, but you know what? I'm going to play around with him because I want to get this done. This is why I don't do proper reviews, because I just end up messing around and just wasting time. But I hope it's not a waste of time. I hope it's entertaining. It's like, it's nonsense, but it's entertaining nonsense. And in the end, isn't that the real truth? The answer is no. But there we go. Oh gosh. And then finally, for my makeshift extra horseman, I would throw in a McFarlane Shao Kahn. So we had the nice big storm Shao Kahn, and we can have the other McFarlane Shao Kahn, who probably won't stand up very easily on this diorama base. So there he goes. Oh my goodness, I love that. As Apocalypse, like, just, oh yeah, you came to the wrong neighborhood, pal. This is so cool. I love this. Let me just move the claw down. Oh, no, I've just taken his hand off. You get the idea. Ta-da! My makeshift Horseman of Apocalypse. Love these guys. Alright, I was just packing up, and then I thought of a really cool pair of comparisons to do. So, if you'll indulge me, if you haven't already skipped forward, check out this dude with Batman on his Bat Cycle. So we got the Bat Cycle with the, I mean, I'm sure there's a, oh, Hellbat. No, that's the Iron Man type armor. But look at this. How about this for a comparison? That! Oh my goodness. That looks so cool. And then a really obvious comparison that I didn't think about until I was redressing the shelves is this dude with our classic Flamehead Mortal Kombat character, Scorpion. And you see these two, oh gosh, these work beautifully together. So yeah, let's just move, whoop. He's a little bit top heavy with the wings. So you gotta angle him forwards a little bit so that he counterbalances. There we go. I just want to get his feet in there so we get a full view. There we are. That's him there. And then Scorpion, get over here. Oh. See, this is why I don't do these kinds of reviews. You should go watch The Amazing. What's amazing is how he manages to do this so efficiently. There we go. Look at those guys together. Throw in the Scorpion fire effects. Ah! Oh my god! The hellfire rages! So good. And that was my review of Aethon and Arethyr. What do you guys think? Do any of you collect Mythic Legions? There is also a new line coming out soon through their Kickstarter called Cosmic Legions, which is like this, but with space aliens and robots and cyborgs and... oh my goodness, I'm really tempted to get in on that from the ground floor. And I'm like, yes, Dave, but with what money? You want to buy you can't buy everything. And then a little bit of me goes... but we could buy everything if we just work every hour God sends. We could buy all the things. Wow, I went full Gollum there, but you understand. That's why I love making these videos and building this community. It's because you get it. If I went down to the pub and talked about this, everyone would think I'm a crazy person. But you guys think I'm a crazy person, but you also get it. And that is what is important, and that's why I love doing this channel. So guys, if you like what you see here and you want to see more, then join the 6-1 Clicks by clicking the like, share, and subscribe buttons. And if you really want to doubly support the channel and help me buy all the Mythic Legions figures and the Cosmic figures and everything else involved, you can go up to patreon.com/displaying model behavior. Throw a few shekels my way. It's all very much appreciated. But guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope I didn't ramble on too long. And until next time, keep displaying model behavior.
Chill.
Hello there, gang, and welcome to another episode of Displaying Model Behavior. The world's... I forgot to plug the microphone in. Does it even make a difference to the sound? I don't know. I don't shout as much.